Okay, hi guys, it's Rosina again, and I'm making this video so that the people that were unable to come to the lesson, and also I'm making this video again for if you would like to review this, or while you're doing something else, where you're cooking or at work, you could put in the headphones and listen to this. So I'm going over again the four different types of conditional sentences. The four um, if sentences. So a conditional sentence is a sentence that is hypothetical. And what is hypothetical? Um, Hypothetical is a word that means something that may be true or may not be true. Like the word from science, hypothesis, comes from is related to the word hypothetical. So an if sentence is a hypothetical sentence. Okay. So there's four different types of if sentences, of conditional sentences. Um, there's four, but there's no fourth conditional. So there's zero conditional, first conditional, second conditional, and you would guess it, third conditional. So I put the most like simple definitions that I could of the conditionals of these types of sentences. Zero conditional. The situation is always like this. A timeless truth. A truth without time. So, like I was saying before on the live class I did, if you do not eat enough, you will lose too much weight. So, me, Rosina, now in 2025, if I don't eat enough, I will lose too much weight. My great great grandchildren, if they don't eat enough, they will lose too much weight. Also, my great great grandmother. Um, Something that is always true. First conditional is a thing that might happen in the future and a thing that will probably be true. If you do not leave early for school, you will be late. It doesn't mean that you necessarily are leaving early for school. It's if you don't leave early for school. So always know, if you hear the word if, it's a hypothetical, it's a conditional sentence. And then, second conditional, things in the future that are probably not going to be true. If I won the lottery, I would move to Bali. Um, okay, actually, in this one, I really wanted to ask, if you won the lottery, what would you do? And you guys could respond, and I would get to hear your interesting answers. If I won the lottery, I would do this, I would do that. Maybe if you listen to this video, if you want to write in the chat in English what I would do if I won the lottery using if, that would be very exciting. I would like to hear that. Okay, another thing I would do if I won the lottery. If I won the lottery, I would buy my parents a house. I would buy my mother a house wherever she wants. My mother, she wants to move to Florida. I don't want to move to Florida, but okay, fine. I'll buy you a house in Florida. If I win the lottery, I would do that. First conditional third conditional, the last one, is something that happened in the past and another possible result of the thing that could have happened. So if I had studied harder in the past, I could have passed the test. To pass a test, I think in America, actually, it's different in Italy, so I could be wrong. But in America, if you get above a 65, you passed the test. You didn't fail. If you get below a 65, you failed the test. In Italy, actually, it's 75. So you have to do much better in Italy on a test. If you get a 70 on a test in Italy, you failed it. Um, okay. Yeah, yeah. If you get a 70 on a test in Italy, you fail the test. If I had gotten a 75 when I went to elementary school, I would have failed the test. That is third conditional. Okay, so I know that was a lot. I just gave you four definitions at once. For the rest of this lesson, I'm going to go over. I'm going to go over them and give each one a little bit more time. Okay, zero conditional. A situation that is permanent, a situation that is always like this, a cause and its effects. So, if I eat too much chocolate, I feel sick. Or, if you see a spider, I found this image on the internet. If you see a spider, run. Um, okay, so some questions that you could also answer in the group chat, or if I post this on YouTube, which maybe I'll do because it will be easier for me to send it to people if it's on YouTube. What does ice do if you leave it in the sun? What do you do if you mix red and blue paint? If I mix red and blue paint, what does it become? Purple. Oh my gosh, guys, I went to art school. I had to think about that. If you as in anyone, if you mix red and blue paint, it becomes purple paint. So a cause and its effects. Okay. The first conditional. Talk about future situations that are likely or probable to happen. If it rains tomorrow, we won't go camping. If it rains tomorrow on Saturday, I was supposed to go to Manhattan with my friends. I'm not going to Manhattan. We're going to have to replan because for me, there's nothing worse than having to walk around in wet clothes. So if it rains tomorrow, I'm not going to Manhattan with my friend. Unfortunately, we're going to have to cancel. My mother always says, if I can't go out if I don't finish my homework. So all these sentences, this is very important. All of these sentences you are able to flip. It means the same thing. I can't go out if I don't finish my homework. If I don't finish my homework, I can't go out. Sometimes you have to change the grammar a little bit, but you're able to flip them. Okay, second conditional. Things in the future that are probably not going to be true. So, something that could happen is, like I said before, a hypothetical. And I'm going to spell that as well. A hypothetical. So, if I won the lottery, I would buy a house in Bali. If I could speak French, I would move to Paris, but I can't speak French. I mean, not that that will truly stop you from moving to Paris, but if I could speak French. So these are all things in the future that are probably not going to be true. So these types of sentences, second conditional if sentence, are sentences that you could use to talk about dreams or fantasies or something that you would like to happen. Also, if I were you, this is another way to use this type of sentence. If I were you. If I were you, I would listen to this lecture. If I were you, I would wait until it's on sale. I would wait until it's on sale before going to buy it. So, important to note, you can't say, it's not grammatically correct to say, if I was you. You have to say, if I were you. So, if I were you, I would have been so mad when he said that. If I were taller, maybe I could have been a model. Okay. And this is an important question to ask that was very fun to ask in class. If you were an animal, what kind of animal would you be? What did I say? Oh, I would say I would be my dog because my dog doesn't do anything all day. I don't know. I think she's downstairs right now. You know, she's not allowed in this room, so she just like sits in the corner and watches me. But if I were an animal, I would like to be my little Shih Tzu. Her name is Sandy. Okay. And third conditional. Third conditional is a type of conditional that you use to talk about the past. Third conditional is used to talk about a situation that did not happen and to imagine the results of the situation. So you would not have cut your head if you had been wearing a helmet. If I had gotten on the train earlier, I would not have been late. So the past, if I had done something different in the past, how it would have changed now, how it would have been different. Something that could have been better, something that could have been worse. If she had seen anything, she would have told the police. So yes, if I was or if I were. So to talk about something that did happen, that was real, that happened. So if I was rude, please forgive me. Versus the hypothetical, if I were you, but I can't be you. You can't be me and I can't be you. But if I were you, I'd be more careful. I wouldn't poke the cat. So in those hypothetical situations, you would use if I were you. But when talking about yourself in a real situation that could have happened, if I was rude, please forgive me, we would use was. Okay, thank you everybody for listening to this video. It's 11 minutes long, so thank you for having the patience. And for the rest here, I have a worksheet of some homework of fill in the blanks. So I have these sentences, and then I have these words next to it, and you're going to create the different types of if sentences using the sentences that are on these that are numbered here. Okay, I'm going to send these all in the group chat, and thank you so much. And if you couldn't make it, and if you went to the Zoom, also thank you so much. And I hope you all have a very good day today. Bye-bye.